Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Doctor Strange, issue number unlucky 13? No, not really. This was an issue where you're going to think about. You're not going to do a whole lot more than that. It was good action in here, a whole lot of good action, a couple of double turns, and like, what the frigs. But for the most part, this was an issue that just got me thinking about what's on the horizon, and I really hope that I'm right, but it's all speculation. Guys, this is Herald Supreme, issue number 2. In this issue, he actually does become a Herald of Galactus. Man, oh man, I wish that there was a way they could just surprised us with this one. I get that this probably isn't the biggest deal in the world for everybody, like just, oh my god, geez, Galactus has another Herald. You're thinking of it from the wrong angle. If you're thinking about Galactus having another Herald, no. It's about Doctor Strange being a Herald to Galactus. I'll explain that in a hot minute. First, credit where it is indeed due. So, storytellers, Barry Kitson and Mark Waid. Finishes, Scott Koblish and Scott Hanna. Colors, Brian Reber. And VC's Corey Petit on letters, with Jesus Saez doing the cover, Declan Shalvey doing the Asgardian variant cover, and the designer is Anthony Gambino. And let's not forget that Steve Ditko created Doctor Freaking Strange with a little help from Stan Lee. Literally, a little bit of help. Anyway, so there's a couple characters in here that you might want to look up if you're not overly familiar with Doctor Strange. Basically, he does choose to become a Herald of Galactus because where they've both been banished to, the planets are poison to Galactus. Galactus is a creature of science, and this is the magical realms. Both have their advantages and disadvantages. In the previous issue, you're thinking, oh, the magic certainly has the advantage. No, it should not. It should not. And this issue did a lot to kind of rectify that. There's a powerful being in here that was just reduced to a sniveling whelp, and it's like, that's fairly embarrassing. Sucker. Anyway, we do get to see Galactus just being a straight boss in here. Galactus laughs. It was cool. There's a lot of good references to who Galactus is, namely the only being powerful enough to survive the Big Bang. And that was 2 Big Bangs ago. I'm just saying. So, what have you now? How do we go into this? The biggest takeaway of this for me is that Doctor Strange is in fact a healer. If there's anything that wasn't impressed enough upon in this issue, which I assume will definitely be impressed upon more in the coming issues, is that Doctor Strange is a healer. Now, when he was just a regular doctor, he might have still gone out hunting, he might have, stepped on an ant, he might have done whatever, but nowadays, he's more like a Tibetan Buddhist, where even if they're digging, there was the thing where they were digging up to make a movie theater. I think the ones that Richard Gere associates with the most. Brad Pitt made a movie about it. I think it was called 7 Years in Tibet. I never saw the movie, but I heard enough about it. How, yes, if they're digging a hole in the ground, they will be careful to not shovel through worms. I know. Worms, if you cut them in half, yeah. Everybody knows that. What I'm saying is they don't want to even cause pain to another living being. And yes, worms do suffer from pain. If you're curious about that, there's a reason why I was able to get my trout that I'm actually frying up right now. Just saying. These poor guys, man. Doctor Strange has entered into an unholy alliance. He's literally doing the, devil you know, devil you don't know, making a pact with a demon, as was actually mentioned in here, by another unknown demon. Doctor Strange is, and there seems to be a lot of that going around because Clea has just made a pact with Umar. That's going to come back to bite her in the butt, but hopefully she knows what she's doing. She is smart. She does have a good head on her shoulders. But Strange becoming a herald for Galactus, and specifically in the magical realms. Bro, it's not about what new powers does Doctor Strange have. Maybe none. It doesn't matter. That's not what's important here. The most important thing is that Doctor Strange understands something about sentience of life that Silver Surfer, Norrin Radd, would understand about it back in like the Starling days, and so many other people writing him. He understands that even if there's no life on a planet, if it's still, M class or something along those lines, that's not just Star Trek, that's, real sciences. If it's a planet that's capable of supporting life, and it's destroyed, then you've just destroyed the potential of life. Is this causing pain? Not necessarily, but it is taking away from the universe. There are plenty of planets that are, strong, that can provide sustenance, that will not sustain life at some point. Even then, this is all just potential that you're taking away, and this is something that Doctor Strange will feel. I know that several writers in the recent Doctor Strange issues, especially during the past 2 years, have really emphasized a lot that there's a cost to magic. There's always been a cost to magic. It's just never really been pushed so much. Doctor Strange is a weird character. I get it. A lot of people think Dormammu is his only, adversary. No, he has a huge rogues list of villains. The problem is a lot of them are abstract forces or cosmic concepts that, on average, you're not going to understand. They're not meant to be understood. He's not some guy who's just going to Eldritch blast you to death. No, he's probably going to trick you into stopping yourself, with as little damage as possible. There's a reason why people understand that Doctor Strange is weird, but the people who live around him feel safe around him. Nobody feels safe around the Hulk or Thor or anybody. It's like when Thor's around, things are going to get destroyed. There's a lot of property damage. You know what I'm saying? Iron Man is a freaking terror to society. Even Captain America, man, he may come back and be like, good work, soldier, whatever. But no, Doctor Strange, he's one of those guys who cares. You know what I'm saying? The champions will help you clean up. Doctor Strange will do the preventative measures so that there isn't any earthly damage. He'll take a fight to the astral plane knowing that he's weakened just so he won't cause any earthly damage. That's who Doctor Strange is, and I love that about the character. He's an amazing character. And him making this deal with Galactus really is a big deal. The potential for the conclusion to this story arc to lead into more than just another story arc, but to lead into like a micro event for Doctor Strange that, what, maybe even a series of what ifs, what if this planet that he destroyed would have survived? What if the price for that magic was, and I don't even want to get too much into it. I want the ideas to just flow, man, because if I say it, maybe maybe Wade and whoever won't want to, I forgot the guy's name, Mark Waid and Barry Kitson. Maybe neither of them or anybody else will want to, make the story afterwards, or somebody else can make the claim that, they took the idea from me. So I don't even want to, speculate too much, but the potential for where this could go is boom, through the roof. So I love this issue. This was probably, in its own way, the best issue, the strongest issue for Doctor Strange lore ever. Not ever, in the past 2 years. All right, and that's saying a lot. And you guys know that, I'm sure. Anyway, guys, fantastic book. Holy crap, fantastic book. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.